Myself, Dr. Vishnupriya Darshini from Department of Management Studies from SNS College of Technology. Today's discussion is about design thinking for managers. So in previous sessions, we were able to discuss about what is design thinking process and that how an empathy stage has been done. And in my students' discussion, it is about generating ideas, how many ideas can be generated, out of which top three ideas can be identified or it can be utilized. Next one was about building ideas. So bundling ideas, which is be telling of when top three ideas are being identified, how it can be clustered into one, out of which for those ideas, how we can create the concepts. So relating to those, any guesses on the today's topic? It is about stories, scenarios, and rapid prototyping. So, what do you mean by stories? Stories is about narrating what is actually happening about us. So, in today's generation, consultancy is the one where people are able to come and judge about an organization. They are going to give a about research about an organization and give it as a paper, which will be clearly stating about what is happening in. It is purely a story. So, people who can write good stories are earning well in today's market. So why the stories matters? It helps to identifying the empathize stage with design. So what an user actually needed for them. So it helps to build an empathy with the design team, and it helps to communicate what actually the user has been looking for, how an user perspective can be taken, and it also helps to align with the stakeholders around the shared vision and make an abstract concepts which is very relatable, and also it helps to identify the highest pain point and the opportunities what can be driven from the pain points what we have identified. So what do you mean by understanding the scenarios? Understanding the scenarios is about context driven exploration, multiple perspectives, and strategic decision support. So what do you mean by context driven? It is about the structured description of real world situations where user are being presently working, which they have been exactly looking for the solution. What do you mean by multiple perspective? It is about what is the best case, what is the best one we can have, and what is the worst case we can have, and how it can be anticipated, what is the challenges it can have, and what is the situations are being facing. So next one, what is about the strategic decision support? It is about identifying the risk, limitations, and opportunities, what can be done before implementing the problem solution what we have been identifying. So what is actually stories and what is about scenarios? Stories, it is about relating to our emotional statements, and it helps for look for the user journey, and it mainly highlights the feelings and experience, and it also tells why we need to work. So what is about scenarios? It is about an structured one, and it looks for the specific conditions when you what user works when the scenario is being changing, or what in what context they'll be changing, and it helps to explore the context and environment in those contexts how the people are going to work. So in telling the stories why it's been working, in scenarios itself how it will be working when it is in those cases. So both tools complements each other. Without stories or scenarios narrations, we cannot go for the next stage. So what is this rapid prototyping? Rapid prototyping will be telling about creating a simple low cost representation of the solution for the problem what we identified. It helps to tell about the assumptions early itself. It is like how we can find the solution, or what could be the solution, why the user has been feeling like this, and it also tells about the iterative based on insights, and it reduces the risk of costly failures. So what is the prototypes? From how we can do the prototyping. First one, we are going to do a paper sketches. We are going to find out the solutions. We'll draw out small concepts, and with the concepts we are going to build the layouts. Next one is storyboards. Here we are going to visualize what's the concepts we have been driven. We are going to give a image formatting of the sketches what we have done. Next we can do for the role play. It is like doing a physical interactions, or a person acting to the user needs, how it will be the service experience, how people are being facing. Next we are going to convert into a digital wireframes, where we are going to create a flow charts. Next one is physical model, where it is going to be taking into a tangible representation as the products. So why this stories, scenarios, and prototypes matter is it purely understands deeper user understand it deeperly understands the users, and where it can be enhanced as a collaboration, aligning the cross-functional teams with the tangible one. And the next one, it clearly defines the early problem deduction, and it also helps to reduce the resource optimization. And when those stories and scenarios and prototyping is being done, it helps you to give a high success rate of the problem what solution what we have been identified, because we were able to meet the user needs then and there, and they were being able to give the feedback how it can be generated. So in today's sessions, the small key takeaways what we had is about how we are going to build stories with and based on the empathy, and how the scenarios is going to contest as a context, and how prototype is being rapidly developing for our solutions. Thank you for our session.